Hello folks. Hey, this area that we are exploring this week, Bryson City, Solly, the Tail of the Dragon, are all at the southern edge of the Smoky Mountains National Park. The border of the park is formed by Fontana Lake and the Fontana Dam. There are more than 25 dams across the Little Tennessee River and its tributaries. The dams are known collectively as the Tennessee Valley Authority, or the TVA. The 9 large dams below Knoxville, Tennessee have locks to allow river navigation from Knoxville to Ohio and to the connecting 20 states along these rivers and the Mississippi. The majority of the dams are used to supply power, supplemented by several large coal-fired power plants, supplying electricity to the growing southern United States. And a large amount of the power also goes to the atomic research facilities of the federal government. The Fontana Dam is a very impressive dam. It is the tallest of the dams at 480 feet, and it has a visitor center, and the Appalachian Trail goes across the top. The dam was not built without controversy, as you will see when we go to the road to nowhere, which was a road that was supposed to be built to allow people who were flooded out by the dam to return to their ancestral homes. We are at Cove Campground, Forest Service Campground. It is up Route 28 from my campground Solly, Solly, and it is a all primitive campsite. It has no showers. I don't believe it even has toilets, flush toilets. It has pit toilets. But it's a kind of a neat campground. It's just a road with campsites along it, with little places to park. Here's an example of one of the campsites. That's campsite 18. We're gonna go all the way in here to see if there's any actual... Looks like it's mostly a fishing camp. Here's what they have for bathrooms. This little hut up a nice set of walkway, and I assume that's a pit toilet. Although they do have drinking water. Here's the drinking water station. Zoom back out. Here's site 14. That's a pretty sucky site. Here's the loop at the end of the campsite. And there's the very last campsite. It's 13, but not a bad little campsite if you're ready for primitive camping. It's only $14, so it's reasonably good. The riverside campsites are huge, and they're well spaced, as you can see. These, of course, I say this, and now these are fairly close, but they're still well separated by a lot of trees and stuff. But there are warnings. Sorry, the lens is fogged, folks. There are warnings that this is a flash flood area. So in these ones, look at the size of that one. That's a huge site. That's as big as mine up in Sally. But camping is $15, $7.50 with a America the Beautiful pass. And, you know, typical things, but there is a host here, but I think they've left for the season. I don't think there's a host after Labor Day. Well, we are here at the top of Clingmans Dome. Well, not at the top. We're at the visitor center. It's quite a drive to get in here, and there are a lot of people here. Of course, it's mostly in clouds, but the view is good. The reason they call these the Smoky Mountains is because they're always layered in clouds. Well, this is the path. The slightly beaten and trodden path to Clingmans Dome. It's very similar to the path to Mount Mitchell. It's a paved trail, and it's full of people. And the trail continues. It just keeps on going. There are a lot of people taking breaks along the way. It's a steep, very steep trail. There's a sign at the bottom that says, "Not ADA accessible. Wheelchairs and strollers are not advised." And it's very steep and paved, so it's fast if you're going down. And it's not very fun to walk on because your feet just don't have anything to grip on. But it's an easy way to the top, so we're going. Keep going. And it continues. So do we. As we get up to the top, the clouds are blowing in. We may not have any visibility at all. It's real cloudy. We're below the clouds at the moment, but the clouds are creeping in. You can see them down there blowing over the hill. Well, we got up far enough to hit the Appalachian Trail anyways, which is well maintained. Well, it has finally leveled out. I don't know what it's taken us, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. We're going at a pretty good pace. We only stopped to change the battery. We didn't stop for any other reason, but this is the part that I really dislike. I mean, why do they do this? I guess because the trees grew up. This is a big loop-de-loop up to the tower. And I don't know that it really makes this any nicer than it was before they put this up here. So now it's just up to your imagination to see all the beautiful mountains around us. But this is the curse of the Smoky Mountains. This is why they call it the Smoky Mountains. Okay, this is the view we should be seeing, okay? So, take this view. When the clouds go away, the wind picks up. There's blue sky up there, but there's clouds down here.
See it out there now.
All right, so there we were at the top of Clingmans Dome on a foggy, cloudy day. Although it's clearing up pretty good. You can see over here, whoop, before the clouds comes in, we can see over there pretty good. Although it's in a haze, a cloud, but that's the Smoky Mountains. That's why they call them the Smoky Mountains. We'll take a nice leisurely walk down and take some more pictures. All right, stay tuned. We're gonna follow the Appalachian Trail for just a few feet. I think that these are just spurs up to the top. This isn't the real trail. Here's the real Appalachian Trail. And it gives you, yeah, because there are the blazes on the trees. And look at the wear on this trail. There are thousands of people hike this trail. Here's an amazing thing I just can't believe is on the Appalachian Trail. It's a cigarette butt. Maybe somebody's trying to quit. Who knows? But the nice thing about the Appalachian Trail is it takes you through the forest. And the forest on the top of these mountains is just phenomenal. I mean, this is alpine vegetation, and it's really, really neat. I just saw a little tiny mole or shrew just scooted across the trail, and the camera wasn't on enough to catch him. But you know, you get these really tight forests, and they smell so good of these balsam firs. And the ones that make it to the top just do so with all the tenacity and grit that it really requires to live on top. And you see all the dead ones up there and all the dead ones that have fallen. Let's go back down. We got the All right, we're gonna go in the Oconaluftee Visitor Center. Over there, I believe, are the bathrooms, because they have a lot of bathroom signs on them. Thank you. Waffle iron. I need a waffle iron like that. Quick walk through the visitor center, and there's a trail out behind it that takes you to this I guess it's a recreation of a early Smoky Mountains Appalachian village. I don't know what time frame that would be, but since the dog's stuck in the car and the sun's blazing down, we don't have time to look through there, so we're gonna head out, try to find some lunch and some other stuff.